Yeah, we were given a budget by then. We were given, a kit and access to a studio. So we had half of it was shot on set in Prime Studios in Leeds.
Yeah.
And the other half was was shot in the woods. And I suppose, trying to do a sci-fi film on a very small budget, it was quite ambitious, and we did manage to pull off, I think, what we tried to do. We had to kind of build a little world, and we used a few green screen effects and things like that. I think we managed to do what we set out to do with it, though.
So you're very proud of it, then?
I'm proud of all the work that went into it. It was a collaboration between a lot of people, and everyone kind of had to believe in it, and just getting to bring all those people together. The very talented crew that we had, and the cast as well. They were good fun working with them.
And did your tutor ever tell you why you chose this project? Was it just because it was so ambitious?
I'm not sure. No, they never really said their reasons. But I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a no shit moment when they picked your film? Was it like, oh, I'm actually going to have to make this now? Or?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. It was fun though, because we got to sort of, once I'd been told that my film was going to go ahead, I had my friend was going to be producing it, and then we were able to actually choose our HODs. So we could we actually had little interviews. People would come and pitch to us, oh, I want to be the production designer, I want to be the sound designer, and so we got to kind of choose who we were working with, and I was really happy that the people that came to us were some of the more ambitious students, so we had a really, really talented crew. I was really happy with it.
Brilliant. And did you have any specific influences?
I guess Star Wars.
Star Wars, of course.
Yeah. And for the scene that sort of is the centerpiece of the film is this kind of moment where a military officer arrives at their little cabin in the woods where they're hiding out. And that scene was sort of inspired a little bit by the opening scene from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, with Lee Van Cleef arriving at the little man's house. And then there's a similar scene in Inglourious Bastards as well, at the beginning of that film. And it's sort of similar, where someone's coming looking for someone, and that person's having to kind of obfuscate what's going on behind the scenes.
You can never go wrong with a bit of Tarantino in your film. No film is an easy thing to make. How was the production? Was it difficult? Was it easy? I just said it wasn't easy, so you tell me.
I think most of the hard work, the hardest part of it was really actually the post-production. We had quite a smooth shoot, actually, even though there was little things. We lost the light. It was shot in February 2 years ago, so on the days when we were on location in the woods, we did lose the light a little bit, and we had to speed up, and didn't get as many setups as we might have wanted to, but we got everything that we needed. But the post-production, when we were editing it, and visual effects and sound design especially, there was a lot of things that we had to kind of generate ourselves, like laser guns, and there's a spaceship that flies over and stuff like that. So that was probably a lot of late nights. We in fact we worked for the deadline, because it's for coursework basically. We had to make sure it was finished by a certain date, and then we were basically working through the night multiple days in a row to finish it off.
It sounds really, really ambitious. I'm not going to lie. As I say, it's very rare you see stuff like this come to it, well, especially in the shorts at this film festival. If you did have an unlimited budget and you could do whatever you wanted, what changes would you make?
Well, I mentioned the spaceship that flies overhead. We didn't show it on screen. We wanted to, but we just couldn't really make it work, the visual effects, so we cut it out. But you can hear it go overhead, and we used a lighting effect as well, where it sort of flashes through the windows. So I think it's sort of still effective, even without seeing it. But that would have been nice to be able to put on screen.
And do you think that there's room here to adapt it into a full feature film?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, we sort of talked about maybe making a sequel to it, kind of like expanding it into a web series or something like that.
Okay.
Because it's kind of has an ambiguous ending, like what happens next for these characters, and we could maybe continue their story.